So I'm back to parkouring on Hypixel for this final Halloween-themed Monday Moments with Moon. I know that Halloween is technically over by the time this video comes out, but I really want to share with you guys some of my Halloween memories, so that's what I'm going to do. My earliest Halloween memory is of me and my mom having matching fairy costumes. My mom had these extremely pretty green wings, which we then hung on my bedroom wall after we were done trick-or-treating. I had on a rainbow dress that had metallic butterflies all over it with matching wings. I remember this costume so well because I then never took it off. I wore it all the time till I outgrew it because I loved it so much. My worst Halloween memory had to be a homeschool costume party I went to. I went as a cardboard box decorated to look like a hat, and honestly, it was a terrible costume. It was hard to move in, it was ugly, and the other kids made fun of me for it. I'd spent hours on it with my mom, so in that aspect, it was a good costume. And I had asked to make my own. It wasn't like I was forced to wear this thing. I did it out of my free will. I just didn't expect to get teased for it, and I ended up destroying the costume because I felt so hurt by everyone. One of the biggest reasons I love Halloween is actually because on the day of it, I get to spend the evening handing out candy with my dad. I would do a bit of trick-or-treating, but I much preferred handing out candy with my dad. We would play card games as we waited for kids and just chat and play with the bubble fog machine thing we had. It spit out bubbles that when popped exploded into fog. Kids loved it, and we often had a little group of them dancing to our lighthearted spooky music popping bubbles. One of my favorite decorations we had was a spider that would drop down in front of people as they walked in. The reason this was my favorite was that we found the perfect height where it would only scare the adults or teens and not the younger kids. The younger kids would walk forward for their candy and the adults and or teens would follow only to get scared by the spider. I don't think a kid was ever scared by it, but we did have some teenagers skip our house because they were so scared of our fake spider. The adults normally just laughed about it. My second favorite decoration was a giant blow-up cat whom I named Nightmare. It did not inflate properly and had to be supported by a trash can, but she was still cool in that her head moved and her eyes lit up and everyone in our neighborhood called her by name and looked forward to her appearance each Halloween. One Halloween, my dad was dressed up as a monk, and we were handing out candy when these two high school boys dressed up in a military uniform came walking past. My dad started shouting at them to pick up their feet and stop slouching, and it scared them so hard. They marched away as quickly as they could, as my dad continued to go all general on them in his monk costume. I should note that my dad did spend some time in the military. I think the best Halloween party I ever went to was in early high school when me and two of my friends did a group costume. We dressed up as a chain gang. So we got fake tattoos, used makeup to put bruises on our bodies, and messed up our hair, and then fake handcuffed ourselves together. I felt sorry for my one friend who was stuck in the middle, as we did not unchain for the entire party. It made eating difficult, but we got second place in the best character costume for our effort. We got beat out by the mime who didn't talk the entire party. The best part though was that we all nominated a friend of ours who was dressed as a police officer for the most scary costume, and even got some others at the party to do the same, and he actually ended up winning. He was so confused, and so was the mother who was running the event. It was great. Recently, I've been celebrating Halloween with a friend of mine, as I can no longer do it with my dad, as we live quite a bit away from each other right now. One year, we made handmade ghost costumes that we decorated as if we were 5-year-olds. It was great, and we got a lot of weird looks, but I didn't care because I was doing it with a friend. Another year, my drama teacher lent us her Plinko board, and we did that for the kids. They would come up and play the game, and that game would decide how much candy they would get. Even the parents wanted to play just for the fun of it. We even had toys for some of the lucky kids, such as glow-in-the-dark bugs. Overall, I had a lot of good memories from this holiday, and I really enjoyed getting to do this themed month. This year's been weird in how Halloween is going to work, but this is still one of my favorite holidays just because I have so many happy memories associated with it. The ones I shared today are only scraping the surface. I got quite a few saved for next year in case I want to do one of these again. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed your Halloween, and if you don't celebrate, then I hope you enjoyed spending some time with your family, or watching some good TV show, or just reading a good book, or whatever it was that you spent your day doing. I also hope that you have a beautiful and blessed day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye!